So today we're going to take a deep dive into the features of the MAXHUB, taking you through the whiteboard, the presentation, the video meeting, and all the other features that this has. This is an amazing panel. We love it, we're proud of it, and yeah, here we go, guys. Okay, so as you can see in a typical boardroom, what you would need is a whiteboard or a flip chart. You would want to do a presentation, and then also you also have the need to do a video conferencing meeting, be it Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and so forth, right? So this device does all of that for you. Everything's built into it, and here we go. I'm going to open up the whiteboard, right? It's very easy, intuitive. Everything is written here for you. It tells you, it asks you basically, what do you want to do? So let's open up the whiteboard. Again, very simple. You can use your finger or the two stylus pens, dual stylus pens that's provided with the screen. Okay, super easy, super smooth to write. Okay, this screen and this whiteboard actually works with gestures. So if you look here, I can do the front or the back of my hand and erase. I want to make things bigger, 2 or more fingers. We can zoom in and zoom out, drag it across the screen. Very cool, very easy. So this entire surface actually becomes an endless surface. You're not restricted by the size of the screen. You also have the option of adding new pages, and there is no limit to the number of pages you can add. Okay, so let's look at the functions of the whiteboard. Right? Here we have the settings. Under settings, we have writing. So we can have it set on sensitive touch. We can have multiple people writing on this whiteboard at the same time by switching that on and off, which is a nice feature. We don't always want to have that feature on or off, depending on the function and the way you want to use it. Okay, you also have a dual stylus pen. So if you switch that on, it means you can have 2 different colors and you can write with a stylus pen like that. Right? And this also gives you a little bit of instruction. It tells you how to do it. So it's guiding you along the way. Right? If we go further down, we have chart drawing, which allows you to put up charts and pie charts and things like that. You also have text recognition. Text recognition basically tells you or guides you when you're writing here. It converts all your writing to text, which people will find very nice as well. And we'll go through those features. So the dual stylus pen, you can see I've switched it on here. All I'm going to do is go to right. I'm going to select 2 colors, so we'll go white and we'll go red. So if I write to the front of it, it's going to be red. White. If I write to the back, it's going to be red. That's pretty easy, right? So we go back to settings. We go to writing. We can switch that off. We'll switch on text recognition, and I want to show you how easily it recognizes text. I'm going to just go make this smaller, move it out of the screen. I'm going to write here. Okay, very easily convert to text. Furthermore, in settings, we have backgrounds. So we can change the color of the background to green, to warm white, or to a cool white. We can add lines, we can add grids. As you can see, we can even customize it. So we can customize it with your own logos or anything you want to add in the background, which is very nice and cool. So it's customizable as well. Okay, that's your background. So we'll go, I prefer the gray background, and I'm going to continue with that. Okay, as you can see, I've still got the text recognition on. So if we go here again, if we want to erase, if we made a mistake while writing, you can just erase like that. It even erases the text. Okay, or you can select to erase the entire content. Right? If we go back to writing, you can see here, you can use a stylus or finger. You can choose the different colors. You can choose the thickness of the pen. You have these 3 options, which are quite cool. Or you can customize your color here and using that. Okay, So if we write again, I'm just going to write something here. Okay, there we go. And then we can select with the select button what we want to erase there. We can decide if you want to delete the entire thing or all of it. Or the cool thing is, because it's in text recognition mode, I can just scratch on it like that and it erases. Sorry, that's not right there. I need to go back here. I can do that and it takes out each letter. Right? You can have a look at that. It's a cool feature. So if we make a mistake while writing or something, we can just do that. Okay, furthermore, if we've decided that, okay, we need to go back, so we've got a redo and an undo button. Right? That's it there. Very cool ways, actually, guys, to save and share all your meeting notes that are done on the whiteboard. Right? The standard ways of doing it. You can save it onto the PC that's built into it here. You can save it, you can send it out on email, so configure an email and send it out, or you can print it, right, with the printer that's connected on the same network that this is connected to. And then another cool way is sharing. So this actually generates a QR code, which anybody in the room can scan. And if they scan the QR code, they'll get all the meeting notes that we've done on the whiteboard. And you can see, so for security reasons, you can actually encrypt it, so just people in the room can get it, or all the people you select can get it, right? You can make it bigger so nobody needs to get up and come to the screen. Everybody can scan it because now we've enlarged the image. And there you go, as simple as that. Okay, so there's other features as well. Let me get onto a new page. So we have another toolbar or a button here called Insert. So what this allows you to do is insert tables. So we can insert a table like this. Other features include graphic. So you can choose one of these shapes here and put them onto the chart. You can actually move them around with the pen or your finger. You can rotate them. And again, you can change colors. And then you can keep on building from there. So quite handy tools if you're as bad at drawing as me. You have them predetermined. I can copy and move it. I can actually move it to different pages that I've already opened up and have them there like this. So I can move it there. Okay, and it's moved to the other page here. Here we go. And then I continue writing. So the whole idea you can see here is very easy to use, smooth flowing. Right? Another nice feature, and I will get onto a new page for this, mind mapping. So as we can see here, we've got one block. So I'm just going to write here, audio. Right? And then now I can expand on this and build. So strategy sessions, sales strategies, all of that, we can start adding that audio. Then I can go say speakers, wire, connection, and we can build on this and so forth. We can expand on each section or subtitle here, right? So now it's obviously there, and then we can just drag it across to the screen here like that, right? And so on. So another cool feature is we can start bringing these down. It tells you there's 4 links in there, and now we can start expanding it again, and all the information comes up there. Very nice, very easy to use. Right? More features on the insert. You can actually bring in images onto the whiteboard for discussions and collaboration. You can bring in other files and documents. You can bring in multimedia, so you can have a video playing as well. And you can actually choose where if it's stored on here, you can actually plug in a USB and pull in information from there onto the whiteboard as well. So under tools, we can add these here. So you've got notes, which is your sticky notes. So if I go to note, I can just write something here. 1, 2, 3. Right? These are points I'm writing. I can generate a note. So it pops it onto the board there. I can even use text to write it. Right, and then pops up the keyboard. And then there we go. So we can obviously choose different colors. Right, we can scan notes as well, and add it here as well. So there we go. Another very nice feature of the MAXHUB is co-whiteboard sharing. Right, with co-whiteboard sharing, we can create a code that we send to our other site or to our other boardroom or office, and then so our colleagues, we can collaborate together, writing on the same whiteboard with audio. Okay, here you go. So as you can see here, it started a call in whiteboard mode, so it's sharing, so we both can collaborate on the same whiteboard. We can mute or unmute the mic, so that means the audio they will hear on the other side as well. And here's your code here that you would give to the guys to sign in. All right. So I'm just going to close that for now. Yes, and then we're going to continue. So also with the tools, we can set a timer. So if you're like me and you talk a lot, we can set a timer here, depending how many minutes we want it. And then when the timer's up, it will sound an alarm to alert you, or you can switch off the ringtone or the reminder as well. Right? You've also got voter registration or quizzes, so you can create a question, and the question can be anything. I'm just going to write it on the board. How is my presentation? Okay, and then I'm going to have different options. So I can choose how many options I want. I'm just going to give them 3 options. I'm going to say A, good, B, okay, C, bad. Okay, and then we create a code. So we'll create a QR code again. People in the back of the room, here you go, you can scan it. Everybody can scan the code, and when they scan this code with their mobile devices, right, or the QR reader, it'll take them to MAXHUB's website or the cloud. You would choose A, B, or C, right, as I'm going to do now. I'm pretty close to the screen, so I'm just going to do that. Switch on my screen there. Open that up. So you can see it's taking me to MAXHUB. And there you go. You can see what I voted. Right? So to view result, which is actually very nice as well, it does it as a pie chart or a histogram. You can see there. So nobody likes my presentation. I can put it onto the whiteboard. So now that it's on the whiteboard, we can further discuss whatever we're doing here. Right? We can make notes and write and talk about why people didn't vote here, but why they voted here, and so on. Right? Again, I want to save all of this information that I've done. I can quickly go to a QR code, generate a QR code, and then scan it with my mobile device, and all the information and all the pages that I've created can go there. Or I can go to File, I can save it as a PDF, as a JPEG, or a MAXHUB file, and then I can just save it onto the PC, onto the local, as I've selected. I can even save it, it's got 2 USB inputs there, and I can save it on there as well. Okay, and then I can print it. Okay, I'm just going to go to the next page. So you can see I'm building an entire presentation or whiteboard. So we've also got quick transfer. So this is a nice feature if you're having a meeting and somebody quickly wants to send an image or a file onto the screen for further discussion. Right? So we'll take the phone. Again, once again, we'll scan the QR code. Opens up the website. And then you can allow it to insert an image, text, or file. So I'm just going to find a photo. Okay, I can select, I can insert it into the whiteboard. And here I've got the image, and I can start writing and discussing this and talking about it. Okay? So that's the whiteboard and its features. You can see over here, you can choose, you can go back to your pages, you can check all the pages that and your slides that you built up. You can add more and more, and you can go back and forth here, which is pretty cool. Here the login allows you to log into Google Drive or OneDrive, bring your files in to your whiteboard for a meeting. Okay, and that is the whiteboard. Cool.